Welcome back to another exciting episode for all rare coin enthusiasts and serious collectors. First up, we are diving into the fascinating world of American numismatics, with a spotlight on one of the most underrated yet incredibly valuable gems in the market right now, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, 5 cents, 1960 edition with the D mint mark. This particular coin, when found in very fine condition and bearing a rich brown tone from age and oxidation, is making waves in today's collector markets. Its rising value and historical charm make it a top pick for anyone looking to invest in vintage American coinage. Let's start with the intriguing history and background of this iconic coin. The Jefferson nickel series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it features the bust of Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse side, we find an elegant depiction of his famous estate, Monticello, a neoclassical architectural marvel. The 1960 edition of the nickel minted in Denver, hence the word D mint mark, came during a time when the United States Mint was producing coins in high quantities due to increasing demand. However, most of these coins were used heavily in commerce, meaning that finding a well-preserved specimen today is no small feat. What makes the 1960 with D Jefferson nickel stand out is its combination of age, historical context, and physical characteristics. Coins that have developed a natural brown layer, a sign of natural oxidation and toning over the years, are particularly desirable among collectors. This beautiful patina not only indicates authenticity, but also adds to the unique aesthetic appeal of each coin. When this coin is found in very fine condition, with sharp details on Jefferson's hair, cheekbone, and Monticello's columns and steps still intact, it truly becomes a treasure worth holding on to. Now let us talk rarity and collector demand. While the Denver Mint struck a significant number of these coins, the passage of time has drastically reduced the number of high-quality survivors. Many were lost, heavily circulated, or damaged. A brown-toned 1960 with D nickel in very fine condition is now considered rare, and rarity is one of the key drivers of collector demand. Coin collectors today are not just looking for any Jefferson nickel, they are seeking standout examples that tell a story and showcase distinct visual features. The presence of a mint mark, natural toning, and solid condition makes this coin incredibly appealing, especially among Jefferson nickel series specialists. When we look at the current market, the value of the Monticello Jefferson nickel 1960 with D in very fine condition with a brown tone has seen a noticeable upswing. While standard circulated examples may trade for modest amounts, high-quality coins with exceptional eye appeal can fetch significantly more. On today's action-driven collector market, coins matching this description are comfortably valued $132,000, depending on toning depth and detail sharpness. If a coin also carries an error, full steps on the Monticello, or a higher grading tier, values can soar into the $138,000 range. Auction houses and private sales have shown a clear trend. Buyers are paying a premium for vintage Jefferson nickels in preserved, attractive condition. For collectors aiming to add this treasure to their collection, or perhaps sell one they already own, here are a few tips to consider. Always examine the coin under good lighting to evaluate the sharpness of Jefferson's features and Monticello's architecture. If possible, get the coin professionally graded to authenticate its condition and add credibility to your asking price. Also, store it properly in a protective holder to maintain its condition and prevent further oxidation. Don't polish or clean the coin, as that can damage its natural beauty and drastically reduce its value. Collectors cherish originality. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents 1960 with the D mint mark and a rich brown layer is a powerful example of how even the smallest coins can hold tremendous value when rarity, condition, and historical significance align. This coin is not just a piece of pocket change from the past, it is a relic, a story, and an investment all in one. As the market continues to show increasing appreciation for high-grade vintage nickels, the 1960 with D Jefferson stands out as a must-have for any serious collector. Don't miss your chance to own or invest in this hidden gem. Its legacy and value are only growing. Next up, we are diving into a truly fascinating piece of numismatic history, a coin that stands tall in value, rarity, and collector demand. The Monticello Jefferson nickel, 1963, with the D mint mark. Not only does this 5-cent coin hold a key place in American coinage, but this particular piece we are talking about is adorned with a stunning light green and black patina and preserved in very fine condition, making it a highly sought-after gem in today's action-packed coin market. Let us begin with the history and background of this remarkable coin. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and has since become one of the most iconic coins in the United States. Circulation. The obverse features a strong portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases the majestic Monticello, his famous Virginia estate. The 1963 Jefferson nickel with the word D mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint during a period when coin collecting was becoming increasingly popular in America. This was also just before the coinage metal composition began to shift in the mid-1960s, which makes the pre-1965 nickels, like this one, even more historically rich. Now, what makes this particular 1963 with D Jefferson nickel stand out is not just its age, but its incredibly unique features. The coin in question boasts a gorgeous natural patina, a rare blend of light green and black tones, which gives it an eye-catching vintage charm. Patina like this forms over decades and can significantly enhance a coin's value because it suggests originality and natural aging. Coupled with its very fine condition, sharp details, strong rims, and minimal wear, this coin presents itself as a museum-worthy piece. Every element, from Jefferson's hairlines to the pillars of Monticello, remains impressively intact, making it a standout example among millions. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, this coin is at the top tier. Although millions were minted in 1963, very few have survived in such excellent condition with a patina this visually appealing. That combination of rarity and eye appeal and preservation is exactly what excites high-end collectors and seasoned investors. As coin grading standards have become stricter over the years, locating a 1963-D Jefferson nickel with both a rare patina and very fine condition is like discovering a hidden treasure chest. The coin market thrives on uniqueness, and this piece ticks every box: historic, beautiful, rare, and preserved. Now let us talk numbers. What is the current market value of this prized nickel today? In the current collector-driven market, coins like this have experienced a significant surge in demand, with values skyrocketing due to their aesthetic rarity and increasing scarcity. While an average circulated 1963 with D nickel might go for mere cents, a visually unique, very fine condition example with a striking patina like this can command anywhere $124,000 or more, depending on the buyer. And in auction settings or premium collector networks, it is not unheard of to see prices climbing higher, especially when the coin stands out like a piece of artwork. As with many vintage coins, those with unique toning and eye appeal can bring in top dollar. For collectors who are lucky enough to own one, or are searching to add one to their collection, there are some key tips to keep in mind. First, preserve its patina. Do not clean or polish it, as the natural toning adds immense value. Second, store it in a protective case to prevent further wear or environmental damage. Third, consider having it graded by a reputable service to officially authenticate its condition and features, which can enhance its resale value exponentially. Lastly, keep your eyes on the coin market trends. Coins like this continue to gain value as more collectors enter the space and vintage coins become harder to find in prime condition. In conclusion, the 1963 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel with light green and black patina in very fine condition is much more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a piece of American history, a work of numismatic art, and a high-demand collectible with increasing market value. Its beauty, rarity, and historical significance make it a coin that truly shines in any collection. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, this coin represents the kind of find that turns a hobby into a passion. So keep searching, keep collecting, and remember the next big treasure might just be hiding in your pocket change. Next up, we dive into the spotlight of a truly special piece, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents from 1961 with the D mint mark. This coin, with its distinct history, unique characteristics, and growing collector interest, has become a hot topic in today's numismatic market. If you are a collector, investor, or simply a lover of history captured in metal, this coin is something you will want to know all about. Let's explore the incredible journey and current value of this fascinating coin. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The obverse side features a left-facing portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his famous estate, Monticello. The year 1961 marks a key chapter in this series, especially those minted in Denver, indicated by the D mint mark. During this era, the United States, mint was producing coins in vast quantities, but over time, many of these nickels were lost to circulation, wear, or damage. That is what makes surviving examples in very fine condition, like the one we are talking about today, not just desirable, but increasingly rare and valuable. What sets this particular coin apart is its character beyond the historical portrait and elegant Monticello building design. This 1961 with D nickel has developed some fascinating toning. On the obverse side, collectors will notice charming brown spotting that gives it a rustic, aged beauty. Meanwhile, the reverse is graced by a subtle green layer, a natural patina formed over decades. Far from being flaws, these features are celebrated by numismatists for the story they tell, proof of authenticity, age, and uniqueness. The coin we are featuring is graded in very fine condition, meaning it has retained sharp details and bold lines while developing a captivating character through time. Now, let us talk rarity and collector demand. While the 1961 with D Jefferson nickel had a relatively high mintage originally, finding a coin from this batch that is still in very fine condition, especially with these distinctive natural tones, is truly uncommon. That rarity fuels strong demand. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for uniquely aged and beautifully preserved examples like this one, and auctions have proven that such pieces can spark bidding wars. It is not just about the date, it is about the full personality of the coin, the mint mark, condition, toning, and historical value. In today's coin market, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 1961 with D in very fine condition with such unique toning is commanding attention and significant value. On average, coins in this condition can fetch anywhere $128,000, but those with strong eye appeal and special toning, like the brown spots and green layer, are going for much higher, sometimes surpassing $130,000 depending on the collector's enthusiasm. With the increasing popularity of Jefferson nickels as a collectible series and the limited availability of such well-preserved specimens, prices are steadily climbing. This is not just a coin, it is a small, beautiful investment. For collectors who wish to add such gems to their collection, there are a few valuable tips to keep in mind. First, always look for coins with strong details on both sides, especially the steps of Monticello and Jefferson's hairlines. Toning adds character, so do not shy away from brown or green patinas. These are signs of originality. Second, verify authenticity and condition by consulting a reliable grading service if necessary. And finally, keep an eye on the market, join collector forums, attend coin shows, and watch online auctions to track rising trends. Because a coin like this is not just history, it is a hot commodity. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents 1961 with D with brown and green natural tones in very fine condition is an absolute stunner in the world of numismatics. It represents a perfect mix of history, artistry, and growing market value. If you are fortunate enough to own one, hold on tight or consider capitalizing on its demand. If you are still searching for it, now is the time to act. Next up, we are diving into the incredible story and current red-hot demand of a truly special coin, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, 5 cents from the year 1962, without mint mark, featuring a distinctive red layer and preserved in very fine condition. This is no ordinary nickel. It is a piece of numismatic history that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, and its value today in the collector's market is nothing short of impressive. So sit back and get ready, because this coin's journey from pocket change to a prized treasure is truly something you'll want to hear. Let us begin with a quick look at the background of this legendary piece. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a proud portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse. The 1962 issue was struck during a time when the United States mint was transitioning through different alloy phases and minting technologies. What makes the 1962 nickel even more fascinating is that it lacks a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a detail that adds to its intrigue, especially when found in exceptional condition with unique characteristics. Now, what makes this specific 1962 Jefferson nickel with a red layer so unique and desirable? First, the red toning layer that can appear on some nickels is often the result of a natural chemical reaction over decades, and in some cases, it enhances the visual appeal of the coin dramatically. It creates a beautiful, almost coppery glow across the surface, setting it apart from standard grey nickel tones. Combined with its vintage date, the absence of a mint mark, and very fine condition, this coin is a striking example of natural beauty meeting historical craftsmanship. These red-toned coins are often considered accidental treasures, one-of-a-kind pieces that attract top-tier collectors seeking coins with character. Rarity and condition are two of the biggest factors in a coin's collector demand, and this 1962 nickel delivers on both fronts. While millions were minted, very few survive today in very fine condition with such a distinctive red layer. Most coins from that era have been worn down in circulation, lost to time, or corroded from poor storage. A coin like this that has been preserved carefully and showcases unique coloring becomes instantly rare, and in the numismatic world, rarity equals value. As collectors race to secure pieces that stand out from the rest, coins like this become centerpieces of private collections and auction house spotlights. Speaking of value, the current market for this 1962 Jefferson nickel in very fine condition with the red layer is extremely bullish. Serious collectors are willing to pay impressive amounts, ranging anywhere from $126,000 or more, depending on the richness of the red toning and sharpness of detail. Some high-end examples with strong eye appeal and clean fields have even reached auction prices beyond $127,000 in private sales. The demand continues to grow as more collectors enter the scene, and as coin influencers and auction platforms spotlight these standout varieties. Make no mistake, this is a coin that is soaring in value and will only become harder to find as collectors scoop them up. If you are a collector hoping to add one of these red-toned 1962 Jefferson nickels to your collection, here are a few key tips. Always examine the fields of the coin for clarity in Jefferson's portrait and details in the Monticello dome. Look for even toning and avoid coins with scratches or major damage. Verify authenticity and consider third-party grading. If your piece is especially pristine, it will boost its value significantly. And most importantly, buy from trusted sellers and auctions. This coin is in high demand, and with that comes imitation, so stay sharp and knowledgeable. In conclusion, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark, featuring the rare red layer and graded in very fine condition, is a numismatic gem that has earned its place as a top-tier collectible. It is a blend of history, beauty, and rarity, everything a collector dreams of. Its value continues to rise, and its appeal continues to spread. If you have one of these coins, treasure it. If you are hunting for one, act fast, because this is a coin whose moment is now. Next up, we are going to be a deep dive into one of the hottest and most sought-after collector's coins in the United States. Numismatic scene, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, 5 cents from the year 1964, without a mint mark, in very fine condition, and showing rare green oxidation dots. This coin is making waves in the collectible market for its timeless design, historical relevance, and rising demand among serious collectors. So buckle up, because we are about to explore everything that makes this nickel a true gem in the world of rare coins, and why its value in today's market is climbing like never before. Let us begin with a quick look at the historical background of this masterpiece. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The 1964 issue marked the end of an era, being the final year before a major reduction in nickel production due to the coin shortage of the mid-1960s. Designed by Felix Schlag, the obverse of the coin features a classic profile of President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse proudly displays Monticello, his Virginia estate. What makes the 1964 no mint mark variant so special is that it was produced exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint, at a time when Philadelphia coins bore no mint marks. This was a year of mass production, but only a select few coins have survived in very fine condition, with natural aging features like green oxidation, which gives them a distinctive and coveted character among enthusiasts. Now let us talk about the unique features that make this specific coin a star. A Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1964 with no mint mark might sound common at first, but when you examine it in very fine condition, still holding a strong strike with all key details visible, it becomes something else entirely. Add in the presence of natural green dots caused by aging copper-nickel alloy oxidation, and you have got a standout specimen. These green oxidation spots are not signs of damage, rather they add an intriguing touch of vintage authenticity. They suggest natural patina that only time can create, elevating its visual appeal and uniqueness. For many collectors, such aging signs make the coin feel alive, preserved through decades and whispering stories from a different era. Let us now talk about rarity and why this coin is in high demand. While 1964 saw a high mintage, most of those nickels entered circulation and were heavily worn down. Finding a 1964 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark that has been preserved in very fine condition is a real challenge. Throw in the rarity of green oxidation, a result of time and unique environmental storage, and you've got a piece that is anything but ordinary. In today's collector's market, coins like these are snatched up quickly. The demand for well-preserved, naturally aged coins is climbing fast, as younger collectors and seasoned investors alike are entering the scene looking for historically rich pieces that are still affordable compared to other classic coins. The 1964 Jefferson nickel checks all those boxes. Speaking of demand, let us talk money. The current market value of this 1964 no mint mark Jefferson nickel in very fine condition with green oxidized dots is soaring. While a typical circulated example might fetch a modest price, this specific condition and visual rarity can push its value much higher. Today, we are seeing such coins commanding anywhere $118,000, with particularly attractive specimens drawing even higher bids at online auctions and coin shows. The green patina makes it eye-catching for display, and the fine details in the Monticello and Jefferson's profile prove it was kept with great care. Collectors are actively watching these coins, and prices are expected to climb as supplies dry up and more people seek out condition-grade variants. If you are a collector or thinking about diving into coin collecting, here are a few golden tips. Always handle your coins by the edges and store them in acid-free holders to preserve their condition and patina. Avoid cleaning the green dots off. These are part of the coin's charm and increase its appeal and value. Look for strong details in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's steps, which are signs of minimal wear. And always verify the authenticity and grading, especially if you are aiming to trade or sell. When you stumble upon a coin like this, do not hesitate. It is a wise and exciting addition to any growing collection. In conclusion, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark, in very fine condition, featuring those rare and natural green oxidation spots, is a standout treasure in today's numismatic market. It is a coin that blends American history, design excellence, and natural beauty into one unforgettable piece. Its rising value, unique look, and increasing scarcity make it not just a collectible, but an investment. If you are fortunate enough to have one of these nickels, hold on to it, because its story is only getting more valuable with time. Next up, we delve into one of the most sought-after and rare coins in the world of numismatics, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the 1967 issue. This stunning piece of American coinage has a significant place in both history and the market, making it a prime target for collectors. The unique appeal of this coin stems from its historical significance, its distinctive features, and the rarity it possesses today. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone new to the world of numismatics, the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel offers a wealth of fascinating stories and untold value, making it a must-have for anyone serious about collecting. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the previous buffalo nickel design. It features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, along with an image of his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The coin was struck by the United States Mint and was meant to honor one of the country's most influential founding fathers. The 1967 edition of this coin, although similar to earlier years, holds particular significance because of the era in which it was minted. The 1960s were a transformative time in America, marked by social changes, technological advancements, and an evolving numismatic landscape. As a result, the 1967 Jefferson nickel holds a special place not only in American history, but also in the broader context of coin collecting. What makes the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel stand out among its counterparts is its unique condition, particularly when found with a green layer and black spots, like the one we are focusing on today. These anomalies can occur due to various factors such as environmental exposure or chemical reactions over time. However, rather than diminishing the coin's value, these features only add to its allure. The green layer is often a sign of aging or oxidation, while the black spots, though uncommon, give the coin an extra level of distinction. These imperfections, when combined with the coin's very fine condition, create a piece that collectors will eagerly seek. It is a piece that tells the story of its journey through time and is sure to captivate anyone who lays eyes on it. One of the most compelling aspects of the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel, with its green layer and black spots, is its rarity. Coins that have experienced unique changes over the years, such as this one, are incredibly rare in such fine condition. Many coins are lost or damaged beyond recognition, which makes the survival of a coin like this even more remarkable. The combination of its distinctive features and the very fine condition elevates the 1967 Monticello nickel to a high status in the coin collecting community. Demand for such a coin is consistently high, as collectors are always on the lookout for pieces with a unique story to tell. Given the rarity of this coin, it is no surprise that it commands significant attention from both new and veteran collectors alike. The 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel is not just a beautiful piece of history, it is a highly valuable asset in the current market. While the value of most coins can fluctuate, the unique condition of this nickel, with its green layer and black spots, makes it especially sought after. In today's market, coins that exhibit such unique characteristics often see a sharp rise in value, sometimes reaching $108,000, depending on the specific details of the coin's condition. The rarity, combined with the growing demand for coins that hold historical significance, ensures that this nickel is not just a piece of currency, but a highly lucrative investment for collectors. If you possess such a coin, you hold a potential goldmine in your hands, with the market continuing to value it at a premium. For collectors who are fortunate enough to possess or acquire a 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel in very fine condition, it is important to handle the coin with care to maintain its value. Always store it in a climate-controlled environment, ideally in a protective case or sleeve to avoid further exposure to damaging elements. Additionally, while the green layer and black spots add to the coin's uniqueness, it is crucial not to attempt any cleaning or polishing, as this can detract from its value. Authenticity is key, so ensuring the coin's provenance and certification will enhance its desirability in the market. Finally, staying connected with reputable dealers and auction houses is essential to understand the ever-changing market dynamics for this coin and to maximize its potential value. In conclusion, the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel is not just a coin, it is a treasure. With its rich history, distinctive features, and exceptional rarity, this coin remains a highly desirable piece for collectors around the world. Its unique green layer and black spots only add to its story, making it an extraordinary find in the world of numismatics. Today, it commands a substantial value in the market, and with the right care and attention, it could become an invaluable asset for collectors looking to expand their portfolios. Thanks for watching, coin enthusiasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn more about the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Let us keep hunting and keep collecting because every coin has a story, and yours might just be worth a fortune.